Hi, everyone. This is Mary Kurek with Frontrunners Innovate, and we are just killing it this week with bringing you people who are extraordinarily impactful. That's just the best word I know to use. And we're all about innovation and solving the world's problems however we can. And we know that we may not ever get to solve them all, but it's upon us to give it our very best effort and be unified and collaborative in so doing. And today we have with us Ambassador Ghazala Khan, and she is UN diplomat and also representative of the mission for as an ambassador to the Islamic Republic of Pakistan, and has some expertise in public policy, entrepreneurship, consulting, philanthropy, motivational speaking, and trainer. Because I just spent like maybe 5 minutes with her in the last few minutes before we came on record, and wow, I can see that in you. Definitely have that. We'll get into the rest of the many things that the ambassador does, but to say that she's making a difference would be an understatement. So welcome, Ambassador, and thank you for spending a few minutes with us today. So I wanted to start with your background. So let's talk about where the desire, the drive to do this kind of greater good work came from.
Thank you so much for this opportunity and giving me a chance so that I can present myself and what is in my mind, what is in the mind of my mission of my federation. So I can present both. Starting from the back, I did my master's in commerce, and after a few years, I stayed at home as a housewife and taking care of my kids. I developed a interest in research. So I started writing research papers, and then planning something for women who are suffering, like they need some empowerment, any job or anything which they can start for themselves. So I start writing on that, and after the publication, I got a chance for the PhD. So my PhD is almost done, just waiting for my Senate letter.
Awesome.
During the pandemic, I came across Dr. Amina Ali. She is the founder of Federation of International Gender and Human Rights. She I'm associated with her on different platforms as a Global Goodwill Ambassadors and Institute of Peace and Development. So she offered a fellowship, and she said that it's a challenge for the fellows who are going to join it, that the UN asked me that we need policies for the maternal care system, which they don't have. And I and some of more people accepted this challenge, and it was a 3 rounds and 9 months in fellowship, and we did a lot of research work on that, and we put forward regulatory policies which are helpful for the IDPs and the refugee women. As I belong to SWAT, SWAT is inside the Pakistan. It's also affected by the you can say that the military actions due to Taliban attacks. So there are a lot of internally displaced women, and the people, I saw their suffering. I read some reports which shows that how they manage when there are ladies who are in old ages. There are ladies who are pregnant, and they need some basic cares. They need something to feed. They need something to stay. And how they spend there all the time when they were displaced from their homes and houses. So this all are in my mind, and I was looking for something that whenever I get the chance, I need to put my, you can say, my contribution toward them. And when the pandemic started, you can say it's blessing in disguise. So I got this chance, and it creates, we did wonders. We never believed that we can do it, but it's accepted by the ECOWAS, African Union, and the UN Women. And hope so. Till next year, we'll start working on the ground At the moment, we are developing some policies and working on these things. So hope for the best, and I'm looking for a big achievement.
Wow. So let's draw a picture of what happens once you write the policies, once they go to the entities they need to go to, whoever's asking for the policies. You mentioned the African Union. What happens with the policies once they've been blessed, once they've gone through whatever legislative process they need to go through? So what happens then? How do they get trickled down to where it makes that impact that we want them to make?
It's accepted by them, and they welcomed us, and they gave us the entitlements, like a diplomatic fellow for the different region. I decided to be to represent my own country, and then I got the can say a big responsibility as a head of mission. It's like it's the UN mission, which is for the SDGs, Sustainable Development Goal, which is the basic mission of UN. And I'm at the Federation of International Gender and Human Rights is leading this mission in Pakistan. And I'm committed to work with the SAARC countries regarding women empowerment, their healthcare system. Also, I would like to promote some policies on gender-based violence, diversity, inclusion, because we need it. With the passage of time, it's a global, whole world is now, it acts like a global village. And we are connected with internet, and it's very easy to connect with each other. So we need to accept each other. We need to understand the mindset, and we are supposed to open for each other so that we can make some more good results instead of arguing each other.
You are just perfect. You're hitting all the right things. I look at what I do as sort of building many bridges of peace, because every conversation I have with anybody in any other country than mine, and even within my country, is just another relationship, and that's just another bridge to peace. So I kind of look at my work in that way. It's sort of a faith-driven process for me. But when I look at what somebody like you is doing from the standpoint of creating the structure and the foundation first, so that these government entities can finally have a tool, as something, a vehicle to rest themselves on, knowing that it's coming from legitimate sources, and this is not only the opinion, but the way you can do it, the way you should be doing it, because this is the way everybody now is thinking is the right way. It's really hard for some of these countries and these nooks and crannies of the world who have these cultural and religious, say past and histories and, habits and patterns and what have you, to let go of a lot of that and move forward in a way that seems to be reasonable for the rest of the world to look at, but it takes people like you who have that strength and that courage to step forward. So from the standpoint of impact of what you're doing now, where do you see maybe rollout of these policies getting into the areas they need to get into and start making a difference? Is it going to be at local governments levels when they finally get to those communities or states, if you will?
Yeah, I think that everything starts from the grassroots level. You cannot implement something on the broad spectrum. Once you want to make a change, you have to start from the grassroots level. So societies, and inside the societies, there should be a small system where you can put your ideas in the mind of the kids and the children. Like if you are worried about gender-based violence, or if you are worried about pollution, you are worried about sustainability. So you cannot just put idea into someone who is 60, 70 year old, and because they said that they are already done with that, so they can do anything. But the future generation, the kids from the age of 5 to 15 are the teenagers. The world is waiting for them, so they need to make it prosperous, they need to work on the sustainability for themselves. So I think, according to me, that we should always start educating people or kids about anything from the grassroots level. Whenever you are mingled with the community, so it brings a very good response and result, instead of implementing like armed forces, that I want this and do it. It's not possible.
Spoken like a true mother, right? A mom. Yeah. Spoken like a true mom. We do a lot with youth and a lot with mentoring programs. I've got 2 youth that I mentor in Africa, and then one in India, and whose birthday is today. She's 18 today. And I have another one in the UK, and one that doesn't realize, well, 2 that don't realize they are being mentored, but yeah, one here in the United States, and then another in Kenya. But it's so important. You can see how much it means to them, and they really do want to have that connection out there. But I look at it this way: if you can raise global citizens, then there'll be a whole lot less structure and frustration having to deal with the legalistic ways of doing things. You start to understand and learn that there are opportunities out there, and you just need to create those friendships and relationships outside of your own 4 walls, and know that that's how you're going to get somewhere, and that's how the whole world's going to get somewhere. So so we believe in that. So thank you for that work. So from the World Youth Summit, I saw where you were advisor there. You do a lot of speaking there. Tell me what's going on with that program, because I've had a couple of people that I've interviewed in the past, but it's been quite some years ago, about the World Youth Summit. So tell us about that.
On the platform of World Youth Summit, they are trying their best to educate the teens, how and to develop a understanding of how you can defend, how can you provide your point of view to another person, just in your own words, instead of arguing, or instead of fighting. Just this teenage level is very best for them.
It's learning to be self-reliant, and yeah, we do run into a lot of that. I have a business partner in Nigeria, and one of the things we run into is a what's in it for me sort of mindset with teenagers, and you have to kind of like almost train to get out of yourself a little bit and understand this world's bigger than just you. But we want to help you get to the point that you realize that, and help you get to the point that you can be self-sustaining. And so, I look at it also, if you can help the child, even the teenager, then you're helping the whole family. And so that also replicates in the community. So, it's sort of a trickle effect. But
I would like to replicate in Asian side in Pakistan too, because here it's the new phenomena. No one understand it, and I saw that at African side the youths are very motivated, and they have opportunities. I tried to arrange some youth summit in Pakistan, but it's the whole new idea. I think we need to convey the message in universities and the school, so that they can make them understand, and they can join them. Because when you are trained enough, and you know what is your clear idea and what you have to convey to the world, then people will listen to you.
Yes, I agree. That's why I mentor the ones I do. If they can just have one step forward, we can take them from there. So just need to know that they have got the mindset. Talk to me about NGOs and maybe some of the partners that you are working with now, maybe some of the partners you would like to work with. As you move forward in what you're doing with the policy making. I would imagine that maybe with certain NGOs, whether they be localized into, a particular area of the world, or maybe they're bigger and they're more global. Who do you look to work with? Who are you working with now that's helping you get your work done?
At the moment, I'm closely affiliated with the federation, and I'm going to represent the federation inside the Pakistan. So all the things which I'm going to do, I will look my federation will look into these things which they pass and they want to work with them. But the clear idea is that we are going to work with the women empower the NGOs who are interested in women empowerment, the NGOs who are interested to uplift the living standard of women. And here I can see that there are some areas which need to work, like diversity and inclusion. And also here are some social norms which need to work on that for specifically for female. So these are some points which need to be addressed. So the NGOs who are interested to work on these specific norms. And the main thing is like I want to uplift the health system of women to girls.
Great. I was just taking that. Whenever somebody says something and a person's name comes to my mind, I start writing it down or else I'll forget. So, and that's the beauty of what we do. We're all about giving visibility, but we also want to connect people forward and help them grow their impact. So got a few notes on that. That's great. So as you move forward with your work, then is it more policy writing? Is it are we planning any publications? Maybe what's the next summit that's coming up that we need to maybe know about?
We are like the policy is making is the first main step we already took, and now the government agencies who are interested and want us to make policies for them, even in the corporate sector, about the diversity, about the inclusion, about the woman role in corporate sector, and how they can address women pay scale, their duties are something related to the pregnancy issues, working inside the corporate sector. We are open for these policies, and also training in the corporate sector regarding leadership, regarding the main points which you want to see inside your staff. So I think I would like to address also, because we are planning to provide some courses and trainings, and the Federation is globally providing some courses and fellowships to the young people who are interested to join. They are open, they can join it.
That's wonderful. We definitely can move some people that way for that. When is the next World Youth Summit? Do we know? I know during the pandemic we didn't have anything. When is the next one happening next year? Do we know?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Very good. All right. Excellent. From a standpoint of entrepreneurship consulting, can you tell us a little bit about what you're doing in that regard? Is it the same kind of training here, or is it entrepreneurship specific?
Regarding entrepreneurship, my main point is like I'm mostly working on the women empowerment, but as a consultant, I provide them consultancies if someone wants to have their own business. So how to start their business, and step by step how they can manage it, and what are their weak points and where they have to work on. Like my PhD is mostly on the soft skills. So what are the soft skills needed for the business success? So it's the plus point. So I also address these issues and provide consultancies on these.
Man, if you and I together can get the schools of the world to understand soft skills is a must. Honestly, important. They don't teach it in schools. And if you get all the way to college and you haven't learned it, then you're kind of, you're behind the curve from other people that might have at least figured out how to get some of that on their own. So we're a big fan of that. We're doing our own program called Future Me that's going to aim toward maybe starting in Africa, some of the little bit older teens and upwards from that to learn some of these soft skills and
yeah. So there's some skills which I think that we need to address. People don't take it very easy. Like the ethics are the more important skills which you need to develop inside yourself, even if you didn't get it from your parents. So it's okay. It's okay. It's never too late. You can get it now.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. So the basic soft skill, ethics, and your strategic skills, and your personality, your appearance, how you talk, how you walk, and how, because it influence the other person who is talking with you, and they judge you through your appearance, through your thinking, that how you are going to collaborate with them, and what is your point of view. So the
courtesy.
entrepreneur need to work on these points too.
Right. Common courtesy. I think I was talking to another ambassador in the United States who was saying his pitch is all about civility, being civilized to each other. So, and I love that. This is fantastic, and I just wish you all the best, and I hope that you're able to do really well in terms of getting maybe the World Youth Summit, an event in Pakistan, and really make it work there, because I think you're on the right track and moving it around. But like you say, you start where your home is, where you feel where you see the need and you feel the most comfortable doing so, and you're representing Pakistan anyway. So very good. This is all wonderful. We wish you so much in the way of blessings as you move forward with all this work, and look forward to keeping up with you and what's going on. I will say that we'll maybe touch base with you maybe early fall and see where things are going with you then. So thank you so much for spending a few minutes with us and letting us get a chance to get to know you and the work that you're doing. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much for this opportunity. As I said in the earlier that I say no to nothing. Like, I'm open for every opportunity. That's why, because you don't know which one is best for you. So if you are choosy, then you can miss a very good opportunity.
Well, you evaluate based on the information that you receive, and I kind of trust when people float forward for the most part. If I can see any kind of opportunity there or a way that I can help them, then I'm always open to looking at it. So I think that's the best way to be, is to be open always. So thank you again.
Be positive and be open.
Well, we're going to open some doors, we hope, for you as well. So thank you again. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Everyone, if you're looking at this on YouTube, please go to www.frontrunnersinnovate.com, where you will find some more information about the ambassador and some way of connecting from LinkedIn. And if there's any other social links that you'd care to share with us, we'll have them there. So thank you again. Bye-bye.
Bye.